Alright, so I want to share the dragon cards that came out earlier. Let's just get this out of the way because it has to do with these two. So I'm just asking, okay, so there's a video uploading that's like around 12, 13, 15, whatever minutes long. So that'll probably get posted after this one. I'm trying to make this one short and sweet. So, and Evo, if you're watching, that's for you. You might want to check it out. Okay, so after I pulled cards for him, because I got into it, okay, and I recorded it and I'm sharing it, then just for myself, I wanted to check in with Joseph and Christopher. So I'm like, Joseph, let's just get you out of the way because you're easy. And just, yeah, just like a few shuffles and then bam, excuse me, the death card with Six of Wands. So, like, yeah, Scorpio, victory, yay, I already knew it all along. Okay. But yeah, that's just him and his energy, okay, and feeling victorious. And just, yeah, so I thought that was beautiful in the way it just came out, and I just was already tuned into that energy, so it was just confirmed by the cards and how they came out. Okay. So I was tuned into Ashton, and I was like, yeah, I think he feels like a lot of love. He's like, I'm on board. Because I'm just asking each one of them if they're on board, okay? Like, yeah, I'm born. They're all reborn. Yeah. I talked about that in the other video. Synchronicity with, okay, so when I asked about him, because the water, the gushy, okay, Ace of Cups came out, Queen of Cups was on the top, Ten of Cups was on the bottom. With Joseph, I can't even remember if I looked or not, it doesn't matter. Cause it was just like, yeah, we get. Christopher was, I was like, wow, he's all up in his feels. Something struck his feels bone. Okay, so yeah, he's on board and feeling it. Okay, so yeah, that was okay. And then so I just kept going with that. I put the Ace of Cups back in. I was just like, okay, let's just see what the rest of the energy is here. So I'm like, so you're on board, huh? And Knight of Swords came out, so this is what's coming in there. Okay. Yeah, the piercing, whatever. So I'm like, oh, okay, but he's an air sign, right? Because once I saw these ones, I'm like, oh yeah, you're down with it? What about the triple piercing? And I swear to fucking God, I can't make this shit up. This card just keeps coming out. Okay, and it's funny because when I first started my channel, and I had a different deck, the same deck, but it was made differently, so it started cracking, and so I got this one. The back's a little bit different color. But so, and it's still on my channel, I think, 3 readings in a row. And I was like, I finally have to share this, because I laid 3 spreads for myself 3 times in a row. This was crowning 3 of Swords. So I'm like, okay, Ashton, Ace of Cups with Queen of Cups on top, 10 of Cups on the bottom. You guys are loving it. Y'all bored? He's like, yeah, Knight of Swords. Like with the triple pair. Oh my God. I'm like, oh my God, y'all are freaks. I'm like, I can't. These cards were too perfect. Okay? Because it's like, I'm just getting straight up, putting everything on the table, honesty, blah, blah, blah. And that's how exactly the cards. It's like every way that I felt the stuff, the substance, whatever that I was tuning into when I was asking the questions, I was getting it intuitively. Okay, and the cards just perfectly matched, and it's just the same ones over and over and over. So those 2 came out, and then I'm getting, I can't remember what, I think maybe the Knight of Pentacles and then the Knight of Rods, I can't remember, but one at a time each came out. So Knight of Swords, 3 of Swords, then the Knight, one of those Knights, then the other Knight. And then I'm looking there and I'm going, oh no, this is, that's right. I said, you're on board, huh? And the 3 of Swords, okay. I'm like, with the triple, he's like, yep. And then I'm like, What about all at once? Okay, I'm a freak too. What I said, all at once, and the Ace of Rods came out. I cannot, and that's the card that I pictured, and I kind of played around in my head with the Ace of Swords. I'm like, no, and before I was like, no, it's the Ace of Rods. The Ace of Rods came out. Okay, and then, okay, and all one at a time. Then these knights, and I'm like, wait a second. You guys. I can't make this shit up. I'm like, wait, all three knights, and Joseph comes in as the Knight of Fire. Okay, so there's Evo, Earth sign, Christopher, air sign, Joseph. He's a water sign, but he comes in as fire. Okay, because interestingly enough, he's a fire dragon. I'm doing, like, I checked the Chinese zodiac to see the element, because I knew they were both, I couldn't remember what Joseph was, but I'm like, No. I knew he was a dragon because he's the same. I wanted to be a dragon, but I'm in January, so I'm the rabbit. I'm the wood rabbit. Oh, that makes sense. Wood? Oh, yeah. And rabbit? Okay. So, Christopher's the Earth Horse, born in the year of the Earth Horse. Evo is born in the year of the Earth Dragon. And Joseph is born the same year as I am, but after the Chinese New Year deadline. So, oh, damn it, that's what I wanted to be. He got it. The Fire Dragon. So I got it. Either way, I still got it too. Okay, so Fire Dragon, Joseph, Evo, Earth Dragon, Christopher, Earth Horse. Okay, and I tuned into him and I'm like, oh, and I knew, I'm like, he would be a Fire Dragon. That would be a fire year, I bet, because he comes in as that fire, because the sacral, okay, and it was Fire Dragon. I knew it was dragon, but I didn't know it was Fire Dragon, so I tuned in. I already knew Evo was Earth Dragon, because when I looked that up, did his birthday, everything, okay, I was like, oh, Earth Dragon, and that would come up in the dragon card, so. And then I thought Water Horse for Christopher, because he's Aquarius, like the water bearer bringing the horse to water, so that came in, but no, it's Earth Horse. But, I mean, on the Earth, the horse got a drink, yes. So anyway, yeah, I thought that was just neat, learning a little bit more that way, because they kind of come up like that, and so you might want to check, different, Divine Feminine, I'm speaking to you now, if you want to check on, just get to know your masculine more, okay? Their chart, their Chinese, Vedic, whatever, just all of it. Explore your masculine, okay? During this time in the 5D, explore, and then but incorporate it into your 3D reality. So when that the final night, and I saw those three knights with the triple piercing laser, I'm like, whichever knight was last, the Knight of Rods or Knight of Pence that came out, I said, because I saw the Queen of Swords on the top or bottom, or I opened up to it to keep shuffling, and it gave me a message. It said, yeah, I'm like, this is a situation, this is freaking nuts. God's a psychopath. I guess I am too, Gubba Gubba Gabriel's daughter. I said, yeah, it seems crazy, but it's because you're the one. You're holy. You're clean. You're pure. Okay, God told me. He's made me pure. Okay, He's purified me. Okay, now I'm ready for that. Okay, God's setting this all up. And so the Queen of Swords freaking comes out. Okay, so today, and then there's just so many clouds, and I can see the cloak ships and the freaking shady, okay, hexagons and squares in the clouds. Okay. Oh, and when the Queen of Swords came out, we had Hierophant on the bottom and Empress on top. So, yeah, with the Queen of Swords and all, yeah. And I just opened up to the Strength card. Oh, 10 of Wands, and I saw the 7 of Wands back there too. Oh, yeah, I think, ooh, think. Someone think. That's for the air sign, Aquarius, Christopher. It's done. With her, and you're leaving the house. Boom. Separating physically. That wanted to come in. I didn't intend to show that, and I didn't pull that earlier, but I did kind of get that energy a little bit. I always do. It's always the same cards all the time, you guys, okay? So, okay, so with the dragons, I kept seeing kind of outlines that would just remind me of, and it was just like an essence of that dragon, just long. It didn't look like a dragon, I mean, but just to me, I was like divinating, like just the shape, the feel, what would it be, like reading tea leaves, kind of, okay? And this green and gold already came in earlier, but I didn't think of the dragon. I just know red, gold, and green, because the green comes out of the center, okay? And the green contains the blue and the yellow. And then the opposite of the green is red, so that's how all the colors come into form. It's like instant, all of them at once, okay? But so, I was reminded of this card, and this is the one that Christopher got today. I was reminded of that card when this card turned around and stayed in the deck, okay, faced around. So I flipped it around, and it was like this in the deck, so like exactly perpendicular when it turned around. And I saw, oh, it was a green gold dragon from Sirius. Okay, so green and gold, which I mentioned about this card today. And it came out with this one. So I put it back in. I'm like, well, if it's important, it'll come out. Okay, because it stayed in and it came out with the Saturn. And that's exactly what I've been feeling. I keep seeing 22 and 222. Capricorn, the master builder, 22. That's Saturn. Okay, coming for you. Your karma, good or bad, boo. Okay, however you want to judge it, it's just about balance. God doesn't see it. Okay, it's duality. It's about balanced harmony, perfect centered, so we can all expand, be open, empty, receiving from God. Okay, loving everyone, the planet, and being with our divine partners. So it's, oh yeah, and the thing that I got was the Akash is open. See this? It's like as above, so below. As we're opening up the Akash, everything, okay? So even if people aren't consciously aware that they're doing this, they're leaving jobs, they're having divorces, they're getting dreams, even if they can't understand and interpret them, they're getting signs, okay? And that's why I encourage people to read the Bible or the Bible. It's a magical book. It's the never-ending story. Like from the movie, right, that's the Bible. It's a magical book and it activates, and it's silent, so nobody else's voice interferes, no technology, no archon, you in a book, it's a tree, the ink comes from the earth, okay, I mean, it all comes from the earth, but it's silent. That's what's so important. You're hearing only from God and your own voice within you, and as you read the words, these symbols, they're sigils, they activate, and then they'll mutate and show you different words. Okay, I just had to make that point. I know people look at the Bible as like, oh, the other thing, because it's like, oh, you're fearing that you're not going to understand it, so you're not having faith in yourself. Okay, you're belittling yourself, basically, is what that is. And then you're not having faith in God, that God put that understanding inside of you. You don't, it activates, okay? It's just like with, okay, light codes coming in, okay, it takes a while to integrate. Let it marinate, okay? So, and then we have the water dragon on the bottom, so this very Neptunian, okay, and Evo's coming back in, that's okay, so very much reminded me of that, because the lilac fire dragon, your true essence, so him, like, waking up to that, and it re-emerging back into my life, too, the energies and stuff, so, and when I opened up to the, when I was tuning into the dragons, I felt, okay, I'm like, what about, let me just tune into the energies, and that'll kind of tell me what dragons are up there. I was getting like the ancient mystery stuff was coming in, but mostly karmic balancing and merging the oneness, dissolving the duality, masculine and feminine. But the first one that came up was the karma thing, and then a little bit the mysteries. Okay, but then even more so than that, even though it came up after, I felt more of a percentage was that Andromedan energy. Okay, or that's what's being integrated now. And when I opened up, oh, and look, I opened up to it this time. So before I was recording and I was pulling the cards, I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. And then I opened up right to the Andromedan, and then I actually opened up to Kuan Yin's pink dragon. But this time I opened back up to the, okay, dusty pink, and they all have gold writing. Yeah, looks like it. So that one, where's the Kuan Yin's pink? It must have been close because I opened up pretty much in the middle. Yeah, so it was like 2 away from it. Earth and Air, and then Orange Gold Dragon from Arcturus. That actually has been coming in too because Archangel Michael. So Andromedan pink, the merging of the masculine and feminines coming together, divine union, that unconditional love, okay, pink, the red and the white, the blood and the spirit, okay, being one, okay, these are the 2 things dissolving and becoming one. This is how we become pure energy, the crystalline, okay, pure energy. So we can't be made sick or anything like that, okay? So, that's what our light bodies, our glorified bodies, whatever you want to call it. So, there was one other thing. I'm like, I know I'm forgetting something. So, on this Queen of Swords, you can see on the shield here. Oh, it ended up being, we're just clearing out the last bits of residue from Mercury. This video is longer, so it probably will post after Evo's video, but on the shield here, you can see there's, is it 3? Oh, that's her dress. Okay, I'm trying to show the shield here. Okay. The 3 swords are, come into focus, please. Okay, see how there's 3? 3 swords. Okay, 3 on her shield. Protecting her, okay? She's not shielding herself from them. Those are her protectors. Okay? So, some of you divine feminines, you might have 1 sword on that shield. You might have 2 swords. You might have 3. You might have 5. I don't know. I'm saying, I stopped at 5 because I'm like, that's just be a lot, but hey, man, whatever, God. Ma decides, because, right, it all comes from Mother, and it all goes back to Mother, so love, peace, and blessings.